Judge Lewis Kaplan, failed former President Donald Trump with throwing him out of the courtroom as his attorney continued to embarrass herself day after day. We'll talk about that later. And Trump, in the midst of this, attacking E. Jean Carroll, the plaintiff, on Truth Social, a humiliating 24 hours in Trump legal world. Let's take it from the top. Judge threatens to kick Trump out of E. Jean Carroll defamation trial if he disrupts court. Trump told the judge he would love it. He would love it if he threw him out of the courtroom. The federal judge presiding over Trump's defamation trial yesterday warned Trump he has the right to throw him out if he continues making audible statements during the proceedings. Quote, Mr. Trump has the right to be present here. That right can be forfeited, and it can be forfeited if he is disruptive. Mr. Trump, I hope I don't have to consider excluding you from the trial. I understand you are probably very eager for me to do that, Kaplan said. Trump responded while waving his hands, I would love it. I would love it. And Kaplan says, I know you would because you just can't control yourself in this circumstance, to which Trump responded, you can't either. You can't either. Going with the I know you are, but what am I retort of sandboxes and playgrounds around the world. He always has to have the last word, like a petulant child. And Trump wants an excuse to be a victim. That's at the end of the day what he wants here. That's what he means by he would love it. And Trump going right on Truth Social and attacking E. Jean Carroll while this defamation trial was going on. Trump posting, quote, now that E. Jean Carroll has admitted to illegally deleting and destroying mountains of evidence, as well as it seems unlawfully owning a gun and buying ammunition, if Judge Lewis Kaplan does the right and patriotic thing, he will immediately dismiss the current election interfering witch hunt trial and reverse the unfair and biased result in the first sham trial, which was forced upon a very popular and successful president of the United States of America, me. The crooked Joe Biden directed conspiracy of hoaxes and scams is falling apart like a rotten house of cards. Make America great again. And Trump following that up. And again, these very statements may become evidence in the defamation trial. Quote, I've said it once and I'll say it again 1,000 times. Until this ridiculous hoax was revealed to me by the fake news media, I never heard of E. Jean Carroll, never had anything to do with her, never would want to have anything to do with her, never brought her into a locked changing room of a crowded New York City department store directly opposite the checkout booth. And then he goes caps lock, and never touched her or in any way would want to touch her. The whole story is a made up and disgusting hoax, like the now fully discredited Russia hoax and all of the others. This one is also conceived, funded, and carried out by Democrat operatives like her lawyer, who I just beat in another scam case. Okay, he goes on to attack people. Remember that it has already been determined that Donald Trump did defame E. Jean Carroll and did sexually assault her. In fact, a judge saying he is civilly liable for raping E. Jean Carroll. This very post, this very message may subsequently become further evidence of defamation. After the break, I will tell you about some of the exchanges between Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, with others during the trial. And it really makes you wonder, where on earth does Trump find these people? We'll take a quick break and then we'll pick that up. 30 million trees are destroyed every year for toilet paper in the U.S. alone. So toilet paper is a big contributor to deforestation and climate change. Our sponsor, Real Paper, makes toilet paper from bamboo. Bamboo plants keep growing, which means no deforestation. Bamboo also absorbs 5 times as much carbon from the atmosphere as pine trees. And bamboo toilet paper is stronger than regular toilet paper and even softer. So bamboo toilet paper is all around a win for you and for the environment. It's time to move on from that toilet paper from trees that you're using at home. When you use Real Paper, it doesn't feel like you're sacrificing anything. It's soft and fluffy, and they'll ship it to your door in plastic-free packaging on a schedule. Super easy. With every box of Real Paper you buy,
They are funding reforestation efforts across the country through their partnership with One Tree Planted. So unlike the toilet paper that cuts down trees, Real is helping to actively plant them. Go to realpaper.com/Pacman and use code Pacman for 30% off your first order and free shipping. The link is down below.